This is our standing neck retraction. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to set up with a towel between our head and the wall. It's just going to make it more pleasant and more comfortable. And we want to make sure that we have our head, our back, and our butt in touch or in contact with that wall. Now, let's say this would be very uncomfortable because you're basically starting in a lot of forward head posture. What you could potentially do is just increase the distance between the wall and your head by putting something thicker in between your wall and the head, or your head and the wall, something like a yoga block or just a bunch of rolled up towels, meaning that you can progress by just decreasing the distance between your head and the wall. So we're going to set up, like I just mentioned, with our head against the wall, back against the wall, and butt against the wall. And we want to basically just have a slight bend in the knees. Now our breathing is going to be very important. We're going to inhale and exhale through our nose, making sure our mouth is shut and we have our tongue against the roof of our mouth. You could potentially add in a slight chin tuck, but what we like to do is just make sure that we're always looking straight ahead. Now, another option for you to do is to keep your hands, you need to slide a little bit, is to put your hands against the wall, which is going to bring your shoulders in a bit more extension, and it's going to increase the upper rib cage expansion, which is something that we'll need when we're breathing. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale through our nose, push our head into the wall, exhale, let go. Possible progressions could be to put your feet a bit further away from the wall, but make sure that when you do that, you keep your hips underneath your shoulders. Now, when you inhale, you really want to feel how basically the upper part of your rib cage is expanding and not how the lower ribs are flaring off the wall. So make sure you don't do that. It's okay to feel that expansion throughout, like the 360-degree expansion in your rib cage, but always make sure that your lower ribs do not start flaring.